First up, before we get into this video, we're gonna start off with a quick unboxing to see what the package looks like when you get it brand new. Let's open it. So firstly, you'll see that you get a free case, which is unusual with phones these days. It's a clear silicone case. Secondly, you get a Type-C to USB-A cable as well as the adapter, which is nice to see because you don't see it with new phones these days. Lastly, they show you so much love to give you a pair of earphones, which is not the best, but they are very thoughtful of their customers, which is something I really like. Finally, is the phone itself, which looks really nice. I like the design, but more of that later in the video. If you're in the market for a budget-friendly smartphone, there's nothing that I've used that's currently better than a TECNO SPARK 10C. And that's my honest opinion. It depends if you've used, like for example, the Samsung A15 or the Samsung A25. But I haven't used any of that. So from my experience, this is probably the best. And you're gonna see why in this video. Okay, so first up, design and build quality. The TECNO SPARK 10C impresses with its solid and sleek design. I really like it and it feels really nice in the hand. It's plastic, but it has this nice glossy finish that shines. And if you're a noob at phones or being able to determine whether something is plastic or glass, you'll definitely be fooled into this trap of thinking that this is glass. Because if I give it a knock like this, it definitely does sound like glass, but it's actually plastic. They were actually smart in designing this as well. I really like it and it's very comfortable to hold in the hand. Other than that, this camera design is really nice. It gives me iPhone vibes, but I'm not going to say they copied Apple, but I would say that this design was definitely inspired by Apple. Now let's move over to display and performance. This phone has a 6.6-inch HD display and 90Hz refresh rate, which really feels smooth to navigate. I didn't expect it to be this smooth, honestly. I expected a bit of lag, but to my surprise, there's zero. In terms of performance, I downloaded quite a lot of games, but it's not that demanding. And also keeping in mind the price of this phone, I wouldn't want to put it under that much stress, but let's try out Smash It. So this is a game that's not that demanding, so I'm gonna resume to where I was playing before. And the experience is pretty smooth, the screen is quite responsive. You would expect it with 90Hz refresh rate, really. It feels really smooth. It's a good experience, there's no overheating, and that's it. The quality is decent. Now it's time for the camera quality inspired by the iPhone. Let's see what this camera can do. But before that, I'm going to tell you the specs of this camera. It is a 16 megapixel dual camera setup. It has an 8 megapixel front camera with the flashlight, which is something I really like Apple to implement, and Samsung as well on their smartphones. Okay, so now it's time to test out the camera itself. Let's take some shots and see how this phone will perform, and I'll show you guys in the video these pictures that are shot. Definitely it's bad. It's a bad camera. That's me summing it up. Even though with its AI features, it's a bad camera, but also considering the price point, it's not surprising at the same time. But for the amount of money, I would expect something better. This phone can record video up to 180p at 30 fps, which is not that bad. Honestly, it looks better in the video mode than in the photo mode. Honestly, if you look at that, the difference is insane. Yeah, the battery is insane, man. The battery is insane. So this phone has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. From my experience, this phone lasts around 9 hours or 10 hours, but without using it consistently, this phone can last a whole day easily. And that's a big statement, easily last a whole day. Cause the first day I got this phone, I charged it to 100% and I had to charge it the next day only, and it was surprisingly on 50 something percent, which was insane and surprising. It really showed me how powerful a 5000 milliamp hour battery is, because it's my first time ever using one and experiencing one, so it was a good experience. And I'm excited to see what flagship phones will actually be like when I do more reviews in the future. Whether you're gaming in this phone takes it super light and it barely drops percentages, bro. Like, that's insane. You can game for hours and hours without getting tired, and the battery life will still last years, bro. Not literal years, but yeah, you get what I mean. Overall, this phone has a good battery, but I want to discuss connectivity. This phone supports 2G, 3G, and 4G connectivity, which is a generation older than 5G obviously, but it still does the job. I mean, many people are using 4G phones and they're not complaining, so for the price point, it's good enough. To sum everything up, this phone is a decent budget phone. For the price of only $139, I wouldn't expect anything more. In fact, the only thing that I would change on this phone is the camera. Other than that, everything else is fine, and it does a great job for only $139. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the TECNO SPARK 10C. Would you buy this phone or not? If you had to ask me, I would definitely recommend you guys to buy this phone. It's a good phone for the price point, as I mentioned, $139. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button below for more videos like this. I'll be doing more reviews more often, and yeah, see you in the next one.